Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I am going to be reacting to Top 5 Gaming's The Dark Side of the Fortnite storyline. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Shout out to them for letting me react to this. They're the best. They're one of my favorite YouTube channels, so you should go check them out. And here we go.
Fortnite's new season has revealed more about the storyline than the entire chapter before it, and the stage is being set for an incredible live event.
Please.
A rescue mission for the 7 is almost complete, but it's looking like they might return evil, and the explanation behind this.
You say return evil? Oh, like comeback
for the
evil.
7 is almost complete, but it's looking like they might return evil, and the explanation behind this will blow you away. Over the last few weeks, the story has been full speed ahead with the construction of a mysterious portal. It's created by Stellan the Rift Warden, the second in command to the Oathbound, who are the medieval kingdom controlling Chapter 4's island. The ruler of this group is the Ageless, who commanded Stellan to create a bridge to new realities, and before today this wasn't possible until the Oathbound were brought to our new island. Here they've discovered kinetic ore, and it's allowed them to upgrade their armory with weapons like the Shockwave Hammer. This changed everything for them, as the Rift Warden claims he consulted the stars and learned that this refined kinetic ore is the key to building
What does consulting the stars mean?
a Rift Gate. If you feel like a bridge to other realities sounds familiar, it's not a coincidence. The Oathbound is secretly the very first version of the Imagined Order. The real Geno intentionally left a snapshot of himself behind to take care of his kingdom. This clone, known as the Ageless, is now following in Geno's footsteps, and if we analyze this, it shows us exactly how the Imagined Order came to be, and that's—
Oh! So we're making the first ever Rift Gate? Is that what it is?
That's why this Rift Gate is so important. It's not just because of where it leads, but also how it was created. We had to align it with the 0 point using these terminals. And if you remember that kinetic ore is the key to this whole thing, it feels awfully familiar to the bridge. One of Fortnite's longest running mysteries has been these dark panels. As Jones puts in coordinates,
That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. So did we go back in time? I want to know how that works though. Or are we not back in time? We're just with someone's rift or someone's snapshot that is back in time, but we're not technically back in time?
Charge the 0 point, aligning it to a specific reality. And this is how the IO travels across the Omniverse. This entire time, we thought these panels were powered by the cube energy, but fast forward to 2023, and the answer is now right in front of us.
Or what if they're the same?
It's kinetic ore.
I don't
This
fucking
was
know.
never on the Oathbound's island, which is why Geno left. But now the 0 point has brought them right to it. Stellan, alongside the Ageless, are actually recreating the events that happened thousands of years ago. But
Okay, so it is a recreation. So, okay, is it I mean, they seem sure it's a recreation, but they don't know it's a recreation? Like, they don't know their snapshots, maybe?
It's different.
There is a being, a shapeless man. He watches us with dark purpose. If we do not finish the Rift Gate, the consequences will be terrible.
Besides that being really creepy, Stellan is foreshadowing what's about to go horribly wrong. After Collision, we learned the 7 defeated Geno and left him to die. As he withered away, all of these pieces of him were split across millions of realities. But turning the final page, it's confirmed he's still alive and rebuilding himself. Now that could tick the box of a shapeless man, and according to Stellan, it was the Ageless who ordered him to make a Rift Gate. It's important you know all this because it makes this next piece of information absolutely terrifying.
So it's not the nothing, it's Geno? Okay.
After we gift the refined ore to Stellan, he says, "Do you know what you have truly given us?" Thanks to an amazing theory by Restro, we've learned he was talking about more than just the Rift Gate. We've given them the path they were never meant to see, fast-tracking the Oathbound into the Imagined Order. Now this doesn't answer one key question: where does this Rift Gate even go? It's a portal after all to other realities, but we're not sure which one the Warden is looking for. That's why Amy, the scientist assistant, begins to investigate. She tells us to send test subjects through it and figure out where they land. The first is a taco, which comes back with fully grown eyeballs, and then things get weirder when we toss a clam in, which returned with eyes and a mouth. Finally, we put a cuddle team leader into the test rift, which was the most disturbing of all. This time, it's fully disfigured, corrupted by darkness, and completely transformed into a husk. Could the rift gate actually be pointed towards the last reality? And this opens up a second, more horrifying possibility. Maybe the shapeless man is yet to be revealed, someone we've only heard through TVs and rumors. universe. After years of wondering who the true leader of the last reality is, the answer has been different every time. At first we thought it was the Cube Queen, then the Herald, and now the Nothing, but I believe we've been looking at this completely wrong. The storyline isn't about the IO versus 7 or one group versus the last reality, it's more than that, and Chapter 4 is the perfect example of this. All of the characters are gone, yet the story remains the same. That's because Fortnite is really a tale of everything versus nothing. Survival versus annihilation. No matter who's fighting on each side, that's what it's.
Everything versus nothing, like the nothing? Or is he saying that the nothing is part of the everything? I'm a little bit confused.
It's always been. Chapter 1's end event first introduced us to the idea of the Nothing with a literal black hole. Then Chapter 2 took this even further by threatening the 0 point with the cubes, but the portal was closed just in time. In Chapter 3, they came closer than ever to winning, with the entire island being consumed by the Nothing, and it wasn't until Paradigm activated Zero Fusion that we were able to stop them. The reason you need to know how this works is because both sides are fighting for two goals, and as we've learned, this means the characters can switch sides whenever they want. Just look at the Origin, who has one of the most interesting backstories in Fortnite. He was originally the Cube King, with an entire army at his side. One day he realized that the cubes were only using their power for evil. The goal, devour everything in their path. This realization that he was on the side of the Nothing must have flipped a switch, because the Origin immediately fled the cubes, leaving this life behind. Eventually he found his way to the 7, and since then, he's been helping them to fight the Imagined Order and the Last Reality. He went from devouring everything to saving it. But this leaves open the possibility of somebody doing it the other way around. That's happened before, starting with Raz, who was corrupted by the cubes in Chapter 2 and turned against us. More recently, it happened with Bites. He heard the whispers of the Nothing through a TV and was told to prove himself. It asked if he was willing to give himself to the unknown.
We know your thoughts, how you feel different now, hollow and afraid. But under that is something new.
I think I get what he's saying now. So he's saying you're either on the side of the 0 point or you're on the side of destroying the 0 point. And so you're on the side of like existence or nothing, I'm guessing. But, so what side would I guess the Imagined Order would be. The Imagined Order and the 7 would be on the same side in that sort of argument?
At this point, there's no turning back. Your identity slips away as you lose everything you know and were. It's been right under our noses this whole time. In order to join the Nothing, you have to lose everything. So connecting it all, the only person to escape them has been the Origin, who could play a huge role in the next mystery, the future, and how the 7 might have turned evil. We've heard about this shapeless man and the possibility of the Oathbound becoming the IO, but it's nothing compared to what else could lie behind the gate. After examining the test subjects from earlier, they start to speak to us. Amy realizes that as a scientist assistant, everything she sent through the portal immediately went searching for him. After some time, they discover his body, but not in the way we hoped.
Uh-oh. It's called He's Dead! He's dead! Amy's scary. Amy's scary.
What could be happening to the 7? Now, the Foundation once said that his armor keeps him alive in infinite realities and then nothing beyond them. But something's different this time. They're changing slowly, losing themselves to the darkness. The cubes have been corrupting things since the dawn of time, and the 7 are right in the palm of their hands. You probably guess what this is all leading up to, and that's what happens if we don't save them in time. Right now, Amy's waiting for the Rift Gate to be activated so she could dive in and rescue them. But if it's too late, it could result in the most terrifying possibility yet, the 7 joining the last reality. On one hand, it seems like a stretch, but then you think of what's happening on the island right now.
The
Ageless and Stellan are sworn to the Oathbound, who have no idea of the things that Geno or the IO even did. They can still be recruited, saved from greed, and if the Nothing is manipulating them into building this Rift Gate, we need their help to stop it. As the chapter continues to progress, it's possible we see the earliest versions of the IO and 7 being forced to battle their evil counterparts. If you remember, Stellan mentioned that he consulted the stars while building the gate, and we aligned the 0 point with them. If you look look up, there are 7 stars in a circle.
Oh.
At the same time, it wasn't Geno or the Nothing who gave the
That's
Otown
actually
the
pretty
special
interesting.
gift of kinetic ore. It was the Paradigm. In fact, it was her final message before vanishing forever. What if the Shapeless Man is actually one of the 7 who's being changed constantly, just like Amy said? There are many ways this could play out, whether it's a plan to save the 7, turn them evil, or bring Geno back to his empire. No matter what, things are looking bad for the island, so let's enjoy this moment of peace while we can. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been
Excuse me. Top 5 gaming.
bad for the island, so let's enjoy this.
What is this shot? Top 5 gaming. Oh, what is this shot? Yo, who put this in the video and was like, yeah, this is a very good shot. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Obviously, I'm not mad about it. All right, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to go sub to them. I'm going to be trying to do a bit more reaction content like this just because I genuinely enjoy these videos and like watching them anyway. So if you like that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out one of my other videos. Bye.